I was asked to build a Montessori desk and chair, so I went to Etsy to find a nice plan because I didn't want to design this one myself. I brought the design into my Carveco software and programmed it. I needed 2 4-foot by 4-foot sheets of plywood to fit on my Onefinity Elite Foreman. I started cutting and I had a problem. The Z was going down too far. Not quite sure what happened. Started again and things were looking good. But then, all of a sudden, it stopped. I had to call Onefinity. It turns out I had a bad Z motor. Their customer service is extremely helpful, and I was really glad they were there. Don't know why the Z motor went bad, but that's life. Now we're back up and cutting, and life is good. Now I've flipped the sheet, used my flush trim bit to cut away the bridges, go back to the first sheet I had so much problem with and cut the bridges. And now we're going to route the edges. This is child's furniture, so we don't want any sharp edges. I'm using a roundover bit. Now let's start assembling after a little sanding. I like to use angle clamps or picture frame clamps to hold things steady. Clamps are your friends during assembly. Measure twice, screw once to make sure everything's aligned. Square is good. And you know, I like to pre-drill before screwing. I hate splitting the wood I'm screwing into. With the clamp at one end, I like to put in 1 screw at the other end to make sure everything's correct. Then I will drill the rest and screw the rest. The front clamps are just to keep everything the same height. They're not even tight. The plans call for using screws down through the top, but I decided to use pocket holes. I thought this would make a better surface and a more useful desk. Work, 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 work. Now let's make sure we get the top on in the right place. Now the plywood I bought wasn't the highest quality, but it was inexpensive. So now I'm using plastic wood to fill the voids before we paint. And now to assemble the chair. The first trick is I use 3/8 of an inch thick spacers to lift the piece off the table and get the spacing correct. This is even easier than measuring. I wanted to make sure I put the parts on in the correct direction. Let's put on the first side. Now here's a trick to make sure the second side is on in the correct place. I used a combination square and set it to the depth of the material to make sure the second side will be in the right place. Once I'm sure it's in the right place, we can screw it down. That's a very handy trick. And it's so handy, I'm going to use it again when we put on the seat on the chair. But I will use the longer square for the seat. Knowing a couple tricks can make your life very easy. These are looking pretty good. And now for everybody's favorite, sanding. The plywood faces are pretty good, but the edges deserved a little attention. Now we're going to use milk paint. It is a nice water-based, non-toxic paint. When you use water-based finishing products, make sure to wet the grain, sand it flat, and then do your painting and finishing. This desk and chair ought to get a lot of good use. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and ring the bell. I appreciate you watching the Johnsonville Woodworker.